Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we have finally received a 500 litre tank. If I show you, everything's in here now. I've got a double hose reel, a 500 litre tank. What else have I got in here? I've got a spare reel. I'm going to take this one off and put it on the double. So it looks like a mess, but it's a working mess. We're making it work. So I've got everything here. I'm just at Brundle's in Rainham to pick up some steel, and the steel is going to be used to bolt the tank down. So I'm here picking it up. Once I've got it, I'm going to go down the unit, paint the floor and start building the van. So here we go. Hello everyone, here we are. Right, we are at Curbside Towers. We are down the unit. I have got nearly everything I need. I've got a double hose reel. Double hose reel sitting in here. I've got the bits and pieces for a 500 litre tank. I've also got a van I need to sort out. So first things first, what we're going to do is, oh, this is the steel by the way, to hold the tank. So I've got the welder en route. He's a mobile welder and he's going to weld a frame on this for me. So this flat bar here, I'm thinking the flat bar can sit in this, and then we're gonna bend it round so that the tank's nice and secure with very little weight, because that's obviously only about 3 or 4 kilos, which is quite handy. So yeah, that's the idea. So first things first, we're gonna strip the van and we're gonna paint the floor, and then we're gonna work it out. So I'll set the frame up. Here we go. We'll get to it. I'm going to go make a cup of tea and I'm going to start stripping the van. Here. Pair of socks. That's the tank that I made redundant. Spray bottle. Right. Right, let's get the reel up. Take a couple of befores and afters, because this is going to be a good old transformation. Right, so you can kind of see now the problem with having wood. I mean, these are saturated, absolutely saturated. I've got a bag of spares there, spare there, a couple of hose lock fittings. But yeah, I mean, look, this is starting to well go. So that timber's coming up. You can see it there, it's rotting in there as well. All of that's coming up. The tank I'm going to empty. I'm going to just turn the pump on and just let that drain out. I'll do that right now on camera and sharpen it up, so hence the new tank going in the floor, etc. So yeah, right, I'm going to let that drain, and then I'm going to let that drain and get cracking. I don't even know how. Get the breaker bar! Oh, look. Actually really surprisingly hard to see. They really are. But I suppose when you get your eye in, here we go. Oh, that stinks. Wait. Now. That's it. Look, that's mould. That is totally rotten. Look. Brother, look. So, time enough to get rid of it. Oh mate, my knee's been in it and it's horrible, look. That's off my knee. Ew. Right, let's get this done. This van completely stinks to high heaven. Right, you guys see it? Termites! Eating all the wood, look! Oh mate, that's terrible. That's terrible. Look how many there are. Oh, that's rotten. Right. So we're going to sweep all this out. And then we're going to dry it. We're going to clean it with a rag with petrol on to get rid of all the grease and prep it for painting. And we're going to paint it. Look at it, look, it's 10 times better. Right. So we've got the floor now clean and dry, but she needs to be free of any grease. So we're going to give her a little petrol bath. And what the petrol bath will do is, any grease that's on the, any contaminants, we'll clean it off and leave it ready for painting. So I'm not saying it's got to be an absolute showroom finish, but I do want it as best as I can get it. So here we go. We're going to give it a little petrol bath. Right, so now she's ready for painting. So I've got that to paint the floor with. It's metal paint, but it's not non-slip. Non-slip was about 180 quid, and that was about 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a handful of kiln dried sand in it, give it a good stir, and I hope the sand is going to make it non-slip. That's the idea. So I'm going to give it a mix and then chuck it in, and then it can be drying then. All right. Do you reckon it's going to work? Right. So it looks alright. Looks like there's bits in it. Doesn't look like there's a lot of bits, I'm not going to lie. See that? Yeah, it's got bits in it. I'm good. I'm pleased. That's worked, believe it or not. How about that for the perfect amount? So just going to get a brush, hit all the edges, and then jobs are good. I'm not going to lie, it's come out better than what I anticipated. So look, can you see? Listen. Obviously it's still wet, so I'm going to get that. However, it's literally anti-slip. Right, the tea's drunk. So that means we can make a start on the van. You can you see the texture? So there's your sand, the sand's come through. It's a little bit tacky still, so it's a little bit too tacky for what I want, but I do have a hose reel here, a double hose reel in there, which I'm going to start building and get the hose on with all the bits and pieces. So I'm going to get that chucked on. You can watch me build that, and then at least we're doing something then whilst it's going. So I'm going to get cracking. Big clip, but now I'm going to take my existing hose off now and fit it on the double reel. So he's on. He's on. And what that means. Right, so there's one on it, and that means then you can put this on the other one. This is the micro ball one, this is a lot skinnier. So I've never used this one before, but it looks quite nice to be fair, yeah. I might treat myself and use it. So we'll get this one on as well. And the idea is if anyone watches the podcast, they know that I really doubled down on the advertising for the window cleaning. So the window cleaning is getting really busy for me, and it's getting busy. So like some of the days now are like 16, 17, 18, 20 jobs. So what will happen is I'll take someone with me to learn. Hence the double hose reel. So they're gonna. Sorry, I was trying to work something out on my solar panel then. Yeah, so I'm going to take someone with me over the next couple of months as the round gets bigger, and then what that means is they can sort of learn, understand how it's going. Obviously, they can help me on bigger jobs, because at the minute, if someone was to come with me, if they're working off a backpack or they've got to do something else, whereas this now I've got a 500 litre tank, so say I can do the backs, they can do the fronts. And it just makes sense. It's just the next step for me anyway. It just makes sense. It's the next step for business, because you need help. You do need help, especially I think this game can be quite tough. It's quite tough. A lot of it can be as tough as you want it to be. Do you know what I mean? If you want to go and clean 10 houses in a day, you can do that. But if you really want to push yourself and push like 16, 20, 25, 30, you can do it. But you need to have everything working in unison. And this is working in unison now. So here we go. Next bit. So let's put the other hose reel on. It's a shame you just can't slide it on, isn't it? It seems a bit crazy to unravel it all. I think we might be in trouble here because I think that a bore won't go on that. I think this bore is going to be a bit of a problem. Right, get in. Okay, so now Jubilee on. And I think the welder's here. And the welder's here. Let's go meet the welder.
Hello.
It's Joe the welder. How you doing, brother? You good?
Sweet, mate.
Right, let's show you the job.
You can put stuff on top. I'd go up though, higher than this.
What, so you can rest stuff on it?
Yeah.
Yeah? I think he's got that. Right. Reel number 2. I can't remember how long this is, but it's 100 metres again. See what I mean? Look, how has the hose done that? It's brand new. It should just be coming off the top, mate. I hate these hoses with a passion. Mate, are you serious? How has it got this caught up? Look. How? Bro, how? It's a fucking brand new hose. As if this is testing our patience. It's
You know, the other day you asked me for your longest straw bit. Yeah. Look, I had to make one on site. Yeah, so I could get the depth on a bit of wood.
show the camera, that's quality.
Homemade drill bits. Yeah, only them.
Right, one is going insane, I guess, because we're shooting a pod. So what that means is I'm all but done here. Joe's going to get cracking to welding. I can fit the duct. I've just painted it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go now, shoot a pod, and then come down, and then fit the double hose reel. The welding will be done by then, and the floor will be dry. So that means I can be cleaning windows as early as tomorrow, potentially. Here we go.
Mixtape.
Oh, mate, do you want to jump on, mate? This is a little. This is the build video.
Look, he's turning up. We just recorded a pod with Hard Hat Chat. Dan's halfway through his van build. How much are you going to get done tonight?
I'm hoping the welder's putting the frame together.
Hey, quality job.
Put the frame in, and then double hose reel's already been done. Ready to rock and roll. Bolt the double hose reel down, and then I'm done. And then mess around with the pressure washer another day.
Yeah, you need to think about that, especially because you've got to work out where to put the.
That?
Because I just haven't. Bruv. Right, so now that's easy to nut and bolt. Drop. I'm just going to drop the spare wheel. That'll give me what I need to get it. There you go. Perfect, get to all of them now. So I need to cut one. I'm going to change batteries. I can't walk on the paint, so this is making my life a misery. So it's nut and bolted. I'm not overly keen on it. I mean, it looks alright. Yeah, she's alright. She's alright. I just might have to sort out some snagging issues if there is any. So it might just have to mean taking the bolts out and putting some bigger washers on or whatnot. So we'll see how we get on. Joe's drilling for the tank, so that's going in at the minute. Right, change of plan. There's just too much shite underneath. So we're just gonna bolt it. Which is a shame because we wanted the pressure washer there, but unfortunately these things happen. So the main fuel tank sits right in the middle and then the exhaust sits next to it. That side's clear. So when half the tank is in, the right hand side, as you're looking on camera, sits straight above the fuel tank, so there's no way of getting any fixings in there. And you can't drill it because obviously you'll puncture your tank, so there's not really a lot we can do apart from send that. So is what it is. Right, gang. Right, so what we've done now is we've mounted it all. We've had to extend these lugs just by a couple of mil, so it's been a bit of a pig, I'm not going to lie to you, but nothing ever goes smoothly, unfortunately. So we're bolted down, not bolted as in personally. So yeah, so it's just a slow pack up really. We're just literally the last two bolts to go in. Once they're in, we're away. So that's what it's looking like. I'm happy, to be honest with you. It's not bad for an afternoon, so it's good to go. I've just got to come back tomorrow and just obviously sort out all the hose reels. I need to go get some of them little clips, get all that sorted out, and then I need to stick the pump and controller to the side of the tank, get that done, and jobs are good. And so we're going to wrap it up there tonight, and we will catch you tomorrow. Here we go. So we're back down the unit. I've went and got all the bits I need, a big bag of fixings and you name it. So we're just going to spend today sorting out the hose reels, sorting out the pumper controllers, putting it all on, so we're good to go. All right. Let's get that big bag of piss out of the way. Right, so what I'm going to do is I want to mount this on here so that when the door opens I can just click turn on. I'll have this one here and then the other one below it, but in order to do that, this is a smooth tank, I need to key it up with a piece of sandpaper so I can get a good grip on it. So this is like a 61, which is a grab bond. Like that. It's kind of grabbed it. That might be enough. So let's just push. So I'm going to keep hold. I'm going to keep hold of all the little fixings for the time being, because this is a dry fit, it's not a wet fit. Got to wet it up yet. Still got to fill it with water, so I'm going to take it now to fill it with water, and I'm going to hold on to all the fixings and whatnot because I don't know how it's going to behave. So we're going to run it down now, test it out, fill it with water, make sure she works. Mate, I've got a horrible intrusive thought to just fill it with tap water. Not all the way to the top, but fill it regardless. And test it here, but I can't. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna shoot down the road, throw some water in it, see if she leaks. She shouldn't, because she's PTFE'd up and she's done well. I need a pair of grips. I'll take a pair of grips with me. I'm just gonna put on what I need. I've got a day of windows tomorrow, and then the rest of all of this can just be filtered in as I go and come back. So I'm gonna put on what I need. And then another thing as well is when I have a day off or a weekend off or etc., I'll paint the floor again and just give it one last coat. So I might even do that now. I might take the paint with me and just do it at home, but you don't need to see that because this is pretty much done now. So just to reiterate the fact, the floor got painted. I could just back to black this. Double hose reel in, secure, fixings on, nice and easy. And they just get so chewed up when you drag them along the floor. My 22 footer I got from CVS, 500 litre tank bolted down. Tank, not the tank, the frame was made by White Label Welding. I'm going to tag him, mobile welder, very very handy. He's based in Essex, and yeah, he just makes things whatever you want him to, which is really clever. So that's in, jobs are good, and solar panels flying away. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my cup of tea, wait for the glue to go off holding my board on. It's a bit of a pig really, innit? I might try and ratchet it and then get going. Right, here we are. I've managed to put together a bit of a price to let everyone know. So we gave up with the glue in the end because the plastic on plastic ain't working, so I just drilled 2 holes and just screwed it to the steel. Okay, so the tank, 500 litres, was 350 quid. Okay. The hose reel and one reel, the top yellow one, was 565 for. So cool. Let's say the frame's 200 quid. So we're at 565. That's 765 and 350. 765 and 350. 765 and 350. 1,065. 1,110. £1,110. What else did I buy? I bought another pumping controller from CleanLink. Tom, get it out in the post, son, because I've been waiting for it. That was 228. So you're looking at about 1,200 quid. Paint for the floor was 30 quid. Handful of sand was free. So little bits and pieces, nuts and bolts, etc. probably 15 quid. Really. So you can do it. So you think for probably 1,300 quid, I'm on road. Obviously you're going to have to get another pole. I'm lucky enough I've already got one, apart from the one God gave me. But I already had a spare one down the yard anyway, so now that means I'm just going to be driving it round every day. So I'll just hit the floor one more time. Easy. So I'm over the moon. Hope you're over the moon. I've had fun. Any problems, any questions, let me know, and we will leave it there. So thanks everyone for watching, and remember, stay cleaning.